one, one or two, one or three, one or four. Inspiration, elevation, knocking right at your door.
Aloha mai kako, aloha. Welcome to Mana Bomb's podcast powered by Pomahina Designs. It's me, Kanoe David.
And me, Kulani, Jeremiah Wang. Aloha kako. Well, we are still in our Mahina Olelo Hawaii, our Hawaiian language month, and our word of the day is hoa. Hoa is the Hawaiian word for friend, companion, associate, colleague, comrade, partner. When you're looking it up in the Hawaiian language dictionary, it's number 1 of 4.
Okay, today our daily Mana Bomb is, darling, you are not alive to please any of those mutha-shut mouths. And what we want to focus on is, it's true, and yet we find ourselves drained and lost. Why is that? The way we want to engage conversation is, was there an instance where you have given or felt like you had to meet the standards of society in order to fit in? What about relationships? Have you had to completely change just to make it work and gain nothing but hurt and pain? Has this instance ever happened to you?
As a child, I learned how to just give. I came from parents who the first thing was service. Everything was about service. So when there was a family paina, the girls got up and we did all the we served the food, we cleaned up the mess, we cleaned up the party, and then we went home. So growing up and going into my adulthood, I recognized that I carried all of those same attributes or those same lessons, and I would be the one standing up and going to serve the food and cleaning up after it was done, making sure it was finished. And it wasn't until I got older and recognized that the new generation coming up needed to learn these lessons. That's when I let go of just constantly giving. Because after a while, you get really burnt out. Party after party after party, expectation after expectation of the family. They know that your family is that's the kitchen family, the party family. They're going to clean up afterwards. So you have family that are digging out from the party, not helping. I think that's where the givings till I was drained happened in those instances. What was going on in your life or at that particular time when you wrote it? Because I know this was a Mana Bomb from like 2019, was it?
Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah, this is a December, so the winter season of 2019. What were your thoughts when you were writing this?
Which, if I look at my patterns, I understand why it's always during those months. But anyway, really, I think it has to do with a pressure, because I was raised the same way you were raised, with always giving, and always working, and always really we were taught it showed your worth, right? To be able to work, get up and help, offer assistance, and be there for others. It showed you were worth something. And I will admit, like, I grew up, and I do admit, like, sometimes I tell this to my kids, but then it's really harsh, but it got into my brain. So I really am very conscious about what comes after I say it to my children today. But when I grew up, it was, if you're not doing anything or you cannot provide anything, you're not worth anything. And that's probably why I have tons of talents to this day. And I applied myself in everything, was because I really believe in unconditional love, this word, kia aloha pauole. And so giving meant with nothing in return, no expectation. You just give. And I think you said it earlier when you said, like, there's another generation.
What is really interesting too about that particular date is we were in, that was I think it was like around the 6th, was it, of 2019. 20 days later, we were at Disneyland. And just kind of like, we went to go to enjoy ourselves, to show love for ourselves, to mahalo the fact that we were both alive at this age, in this time, and know that that's how we work. We work generously and we work unconditionally, and we recognize when we need to ask for help. And all of these things are just a whole of that relationship that you're building with your hoa.
Mahalo Kulani. With that being said, it's me, Kanoe Davis, on the island of Molokai.
And me, Kulani, Jeremiah Wong, kicking it here on Oahu. Aloha kako!